Okay, today we are going to talk about the psoas muscle and how to release it. So the psoas muscle is a huge muscle. You hear about it all the time. It can be very problematic for hip pain, low back pain. If it's tight, it causes problems with posture and just all kinds of things. So the muscle actually goes from lower rib cage, starts there, goes down to the hip, but it has attachments on the spine. So it's a big player. So one quick way for you to see if you have some tightness is to lie flat. So legs should be flat, come all the way down, and then you see how that rib cage kind of pops up. That's some psoas tightness, okay? So we want that to come down. And there's lots of stretches out there for psoas, and hopefully I'll get them up on here at some point. But I love this because it's just a really relaxing position to get into. So you want to bolster yourself up until that space goes away. So basically you're going to use pillows or blankets to kind of fill in from just above the lower rib cage. So there's my lower rib cage. So I'm going to start about right here, and I use a blanket and a couple of these pillows. And I'm a little spoiled here at Statera, but I do this at home too, and I find things to make it work. So I'm putting it towards the lower rib cage, and then I just want to get my head comfy. It's a little too much. Yeah. Actually, I think I'm just going to use this little eye pillow for my neck. Yeah. So it's okay if you're left with a little space there, because that's where the release and the sinking is going to happen, okay? So you see I've supported myself so that I'm able to sink into it more, but I want to leave a little space so that my body can relax. And what I use at home is I have those kind of sandbag hot packs that are the perfect weight that I just put on my lower rib cage. We actually have sandbags here. These are a little heavy, but they work. Okay. So take the necessary time to get set up right, because you'll get the most benefit from it. Legs should always be straight, and if your legs aren't straight, if they're like that, you probably need to bolster up more, okay? If it's okay to be way bolstered. You got to put as much in as you need. Put a little weight here if you have it, right on that lower rib cage. And then palms up if that's comfortable. And you're just gonna breathe. Okay? And you're not gonna force that space to go away. It's more of letting gravity do the work, and you are just succumbing to that force and letting yourself come down. So taking breaths helps. So that on each exhale, just little more of that tension out, and let your body sink. It's a great time to just do breath awareness meditation, where you're just focusing on your breath and letting go with each breath. Or if you like guided meditations, you could find a guided meditation to listen to that talks about letting each part of the body relax and let go. So the longer you stay here, the more you will feel. I mean, it takes me, my body has not let go much. It takes me a good 5 to 10 minutes, and then I just melt right down into it. And you can progress this by, laying for a while and then attempting to take out and reposition. Okay, so as you sink into it more, you can work on getting flatter and flatter. All right, and then another sort of psoas release, but it's actually the iliacus, which is part of the psoas muscle, is taking a yoga block or something similar. And you're putting it on kind of like right where your sit bones are, so it's your lower sacrum. And then you just relax, and same thing, you're gonna breathe. And you should feel more the upper sacrum kind of sinking straight down. So this one, I feel this one more, the Psoas Release, I feel more up in here at that lower rib cage. This one I feel more right on the front of the hips. So if you struggle more with tightness and you feel like crampy in the front of the hips, or just really congested in the front of the hips, this one might be a better stretch for you to do. And same thing, lots of breaths, melting away, not forcing it. All right, so those are your iliopsoas release techniques.